Welcome to the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor Podcast Health and Wellness Series, brought to you by Renew You, Natural Health and Beauty, where we make wellness feel possible and turn everyday choices into stronger living. Each episode brings you uplifting conversations, local resources, and practical tips to help you look better, feel stronger, be emotionally balanced, and more connected to the community around you. So take a breath and settle in, because feeling better starts right where you are.
Welcome, good neighbors. Today we're talking about something that affects your strength, your independence, and your quality of life. It's bone health. I'm here with Dr. Greet from Renew You, and we're breaking down osteoporosis, prevention, treatment, and how to stay strong as we age, because we're all getting older, right? Dr. Greet, thank you again for joining us and sharing your insights. Let's start with the basics today. So when people hear about osteoporosis, they often think it's just an older person's issue. What is it really, and who should be paying attention?
Well, I think, osteoporosis is, a peak of our bone density is around 30. So as of after 30, with women, the bone density can go down. So I think that at that time, we should start paying attention instead of waiting until all in a sudden we don't know what's happening, we fall and we have a fracture. That shouldn't happen. So I would say anybody 30 and up should start paying attention to it.
And then sometimes people don't feel anything until they actually fracture something, right?
Exactly. Yes. And then, that's when they found out that there is issues, that they have osteoporosis or osteopenia or, low bone density.
So you mentioned that. You mentioned osteopenia. What's the difference between that and osteoporosis?
Well, we have a normal level of bone density. And, with the T-score that they give when you do your testing with the DEXA, it's -1, that would be normal density. When the T-score falls below -1 to -2.5, that's the next level, and we call it osteopenia. And then when the T-score with the DEXA scan goes below -2.5, that's when we have osteoporosis. So there is, step from normal to osteopenia to osteoporosis.
And then what should listeners be asking their doctor after they have that scan?
Well, they should see, the doctor should say after a DEXA scan what the T-score is, and then, what the plan of care would be if they have osteopenia or osteoporosis. Sometimes, with the DEXA scan, they can do an additional scan. It's called the TBS scan. So with the DEXA, you really measure the density of your bone. And, as you get osteoporosis or osteopenia, the density is less. So you can compare it with, like I always say it, with Gouda cheese, and it has holes in it. So the more holes, the less density. But then the other test, the TBS test, is really to see what the quality of your bone is. So it might be that you have some osteopenia, but that the quality of your bone is not that bad. So that can be a secondary test, actually.
Very interesting. So what are the biggest misconceptions people have about bone health?
Well, I think, once they hear a diagnosis of osteopenia or especially osteoporosis, now they get scared to move. And they're like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do this exercise or that exercise. My doctor said not to exercise. Sometimes what is really bad, if the physician would say that, we need to exercise when we have osteopenia or osteoporosis. We really can return the density of the bone health. And there is different pathways we can do that. We want to make sure that, again, hormones are used in the right way, because in our perimenopause, our estrogen goes down quite a bit, what then actually is related to bone loss directly. So we want to make sure that the treatment plan is included with hormone replacement, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and then put the patient on a weight exercise program. But we mean weight, not like the pink little weights that we're using of 1 pound. It's really heavy weights with less repetition, 4 to 6 repetitions with 3 sets and a lot of rest in between. So it's really overloading your muscles that it's like then pulling on the bone and makes your bone density better. And then also, I would say we need some impact exercises. That means like jumping, 2-3 times a week. I would say, for a minute, if we can, in the beginning, maybe a half a minute, whatever we can do. But we need certain impact to those bones to create that chemical release to get our bones better again. There is medication out of there, but since I'm more, natural health and holistic, I would try anything. Again, nutrition is important, what we eat, exercising, and hormone regulation. That would be my approach as plan of care.
And we're a little special down here in Southwest Florida. I mean, people are active. They're outside all the time, whether they're walking, golfing, gardening, playing pickleball seems to be popular lately. So the question becomes how to stay actively safely. Are there certain exercises or activities that are better for bones?
Well, yeah, like, all these activities in Florida are great. It's activity. They're moving these clients or people, but we need to add the weight-bearing exercises. We need to add that to their program, because just playing pickleball and walking is not going to do anything for your bone density. Even Pilates is very good. Yoga is very good. But we need specifically add those weight-bearing exercises with heavy weights, and we need to add the jumping to it to really prevent you from falling. Some balance exercises if we get older, but I would not take anything away, pickleball and all that stuff, but you have to add the other program.
Yep, and with the activity, what roles do things like calcium, vitamin D, and protein and minerals play in keeping bones strong?
Yes, that's very important. Vitamin D, we are in the sun, but still maybe not enough vitamin D with K2. Eat salmon, eat, calcium. Greek yogurt is very good. So magnesium plays a very important role in the minerals of your bone. So yes, we need maybe a few supplements. It's all part of that package. And then, in a year if you start with the program, do a test again a year from there, and you can see that you can reverse your bone density.
Absolutely.
I think what we see in general, if somebody comes from a physician and they say you have osteoporosis, they are afraid to move. And now, afraid to move, afraid to do anything, any exercise. And I think still a lot of, personal trainers that are not familiar with the program, when they say, oh, I have osteoporosis, they approach it in a careful way. But if you do the right exercises, you work with the right people, it's so reversible that, you should not be afraid to exercise.
And there's a lot of lifestyle factors that quietly weaken bones as well, too. Things like smoking, alcohol, inactivity,
Inactivity. Mm-hmm. Yes. And also, if you drink a lot of coffee or soda or, and to be honest with you, bone density is 40-50% your genetics, but you can not let it happen if you have the right lifestyle and the right exercises. You can prevent. A lot of prevention, and hormones are very important. So
is there like a small lifestyle change people can make that'll make a meaningful difference?
Well, I would say immediately start a weight program, weightlifting. That is, I would say, immediately, that's the, and be active. You can do that. And nutrition. So there is like I said, you can eat calcium, high protein diet. it's the same thing. Anything, if you want to get healthy, you have to change your lifestyle. You have to exercise.
Yep.
You can be outside the sun again. That's our vitamin D. So lifestyle in general, being active and eating healthy, no processed food, stay away from it, and that will do it.
There you go. It's all about being healthy. So once someone is diagnosed with osteoporosis, what does a smart treatment plan usually include?
Well, nutrition. Then we do blood work and check hormones. So we will see what we have to adjust. And I think women are really mistreated with the testing that was done on the hormones in 2002, I think it was, and everybody was afraid of hormones. They took recently the black box away, and that was really research that was done with totally different hormones than today. Now it's bio-identical. At that time, it was synthetic. So really, women were mistreated and not giving the right hormones to prevent bone density. So, but to really, if somebody is diagnosed, I would say change your lifestyle, do your workout, weight training, your jumping, your nutrition, and that's what I would do. And then follow up in a year.
And then from a Renew You perspective, how do you look at bone health as part of the whole body instead of just a bone density number?
Well, it's part of being healthy and prevented. We work with a lot of prevention. We are not giving a pill when you're sick and, okay, take this pill. And then in addition, now you get side effects and take that pill. It's part of our wellness program. When you come in here, we will talk about, bone density. We talk about your lifestyle. So it's integrated in your general wellness plan. So with all the experience that I have over the 43 years, I was specialized in women's health. I was a professor and teaching women's health classes in Andrews University about women's health. We talked a lot about hormones and hormone replacement at that time also. So it's all about prevention. It's part of our total package, your consultation, and we will guide you in the right direction. We work with personal trainers that know what they're doing. We cannot do everything ourselves here, but we will guide you, hire somebody that is helping you how to do the exercises right, and don't be afraid to do them. So it's a consultation and we guide you in the right direction.
And we talked about it, and you touched on it a little bit before here, but how important is fall prevention in osteoporosis care?
That is, depending on the age, and we can do some testing. There is balance testing and see, what risk you are for falling. So if we do that testing, we can see exactly that your balance is off and we need more strengthening. So we will incorporate a lot of balance exercises too. So, and it's very simple, it's just you have to do it and you have to be consistent with the exercise program.
So if somebody listening wants to start protecting their bones this week, what are the first couple of things they should do?
I would say stop drinking any soda if you do. I would say start a healthy nutrition, like you eat salmon, chicken, protein, eat Greek yogurt, and so on. So a healthy diet. And then I would start immediately with a workout program.
So being active. Yep.
Being active, yeah. But being active is not enough. You have to specifically overload your muscles that you really can reverse your bone density. And it's consistency, it's the right program, and you will be fine. And balance exercises. So it's a fall prevent. We can put you on a fall prevention program. And, in my past, I treated a lot of, I would say, frail elderly patients with a fall prevention program. So, and again, a lot of therapists would be careful. They look frail. You can put some weight. Weight vest might help. Working on posture, because what we see with elderly, fragile people, their back is rounded, they have kyphosis. So you can reverse a lot.
Yeah, last question. Let's leave the people with something positive here. What does strong aging mean to you? Not just living longer, but staying mobile, confident, and really independent, right?
Yes, yeah. I think the key thing is staying active in general. Active and eating no processed food. That is really important. Stay away from processed food. Stay active and make sure you have enough sleep, that your cells can regenerate when they need to be able to generate at night. So probably lifestyle changes.
That's
Yes.
it. That's
That's it.
Cures a lot, right? Exactly.
Yes. It always comes really back to all the basics, what we have, and it doesn't have to cost a lot. It's like, sleep doesn't cost anything, really. Exercising doesn't cost anything. Changing your nutrition doesn't cost anything. It's all really for free if you can commit yourself to do it.
Yep. But supplements aren't free, and so many people rely on them, right?
Yeah, right. That's, yes, sometimes we have to add supplements, but if you change a lot in your lifestyle, I think you can do already a lot. So
very good. Very good. Any last words for our listeners today?
My favorite thing to say is it's better to prevent than heal, and don't postpone what you can do today. Start today.
Very good. Dr. Greet, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being such a good neighbor and sharing your insight, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending this time with the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor podcast, health and wellness series brought to you by Renew You, Natural Health and Beauty. If today's episode helped you, share it with a friend and check the show notes for local resources and next steps you can try this week. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, celebrate the small wins, and remember, better days are built one breath, one choice, and one good neighbor at a time. Also, to nominate your favorite health and wellness expert to be on the show, go to FMBGoodNeighbor.com, that's FMBGoodNeighbor.com, or call 239-427-4100. Until next time, remember to Cabo Antilia, Wabo, and keep being a good neighbor.